Okay, YouTubers, T-Square here, Tsquaretalk. So I've had a couple people ask me if I would do a video on where I stand with my chickens right now. So basically, right now I don't have any hatching. I've got 41 eggs in here right now. We are incubating them. We're going to take a walk outside though, and we're going to see all the different levels of chickens that I do have, and we'll take a look and we'll talk a little bit about them. So these are my smallest chickens that I have right now. These were hatched out about 2 weeks ago, and they are growing super fast. I've already moved them outdoors. There was a lot of different kinds in this batch. I actually was helping a friend take care of his eggs and his chickens, and he said, you know, in return, just take all the eggs. So I've been incubating some of them eggs. I also had another friend that their family has chickens, so I got a couple dozen from her to put in there, and then I also had some of mine. So this batch right here that I have is probably the most diverse batch I've ever had yet. Usually I just have Rhode Island Reds, which are these reddish ones, right there. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. That, I believe, is a Rhode Island Red. Oh my word. Man, they already jumping fast too. I've never seen that happen yet. Darn, I didn't think they would jump that. That kind of just shocked me. So as you can see, they do jump. I'm actually going to have to go up higher on my fencing. I didn't actually think they could jump that. I just pulled them probably a couple days ago. I took them out of a huge 55-gallon tank that I keep them in when they first come out. That way it keeps them warm. But as you can see, they are growing extremely fast. Got a couple black ones, just different colors. I believe they're called roundheads. It's more of a wild game chicken on some of these. I'll probably end up doing a live feed later in the week. And just let you guys kind of sit here and watch them. They're super fun to watch. Every time I watch them, I'm always seeing something new. Just like a minute ago when he jumped that high, I hadn't seen that yet. I'm going to actually put their food in while I'm right here. If you're thinking about doing chickens, they are about the easiest thing to take care of. It's great when you're getting eggs every day. They're a fun little batch of friends. So, but now we'll move over to my next batch that I have. They're about 5, maybe 6 weeks old, and we'll go over there and we'll take a look at them and talk about them a little bit. So like I said, this is the next batch that I have. These ones are about 5 weeks old. They're all excited to get out. I'm about ready to let them out to kind of run around the yard. I actually started throwing bread already, so as soon as they come out, they will take off running. It's kind of fun to watch when they first come out. Some of them will grab a piece of bread and literally take off running with it. I feel bad. There's 2 over here fighting over one piece. Oh, he just come running over. There we go. So now the bulk of these are all Rhode Island Reds. The only one I'm not 100% sure about is that white one. I've never had a solid white Rhode Island Red come out. I did, during this incubation process, hatch another person's chickens that were roundheads, and all of his look like roundheads. That one Like I said, that white one, I don't know. I mean, it's just a little, he looks so different than all the rest. I mean, usually I'll see, you know, this off-white brown that you can see right here. But I've never gotten a solid white one yet. I mean, so for me, it was just a little different. I know we counted up the eggs to make sure that he got the amount that he hatched. Unless one of mine kind of mixed in and he got one of mine and I got one of his. That could explain it. Because as you remember over here, there was a couple of kind of more whiter ones. Like on the end, you can see has a ton of white on him. His head's a little colored, so that leads me to not really know for sure if it is a Rhode Island Red or if it's another type. And like I said before, if you're thinking about doing chickens, it's super fun. It's super easy. They will literally eat this loaf of bread that I just threw them. Started getting a little mold on it, so I just tossed it to them. They'll eat it up. They eat any kind of table scraps, any kind of leftovers we throw to them. The only thing my wife don't like feeding them is any kind of chicken products. She thinks that sounds funny, so she won't do it. So they don't eat much chicken, but they'll eat like leftover hamburger, a lot of leftover bread. They love vegetables. And with that being said, we'll take a look over at my egg chickens, and we'll go over and see how they're looking. Now this guy, he's my, believe it or not, this one was the only one that we actually raised from a pet. But she's a little bit more meaner than all the rest. As you can see, the other ones don't really bother me. She can be a little mean. In here we have 9 chickens in all. 2 of them are roosters. 7 of them are hens. Actually, 7 of them are hens. 6 of them are Rhode Island Red hens. 1 of them is this little bantam here, the little black and white one. We get a ton of eggs, more eggs than we can use just from these guys. My son had started selling off the eggs. We give some away to friends, family. I've already came in this morning. We pulled out 8 eggs today from here. And I got 6 eggs from a friend's house. Let you kind of watch them for a bit. It's kind of fun to watch them eat. The way they toss around, especially if you don't break it up small. They'll sit there like that one over there and toss around the bread for a little bit. But like I said, they're a lot of fun. Depending on the state that you're in, some people say, oh, the state, the town, they don't allow chickens. If you are a Texas resident, the state just passed a law saying it's against the law to tell anyone that they can't have chickens at their house. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this actually in 1 second. So since that law passed, a lot more people are starting to do chickens. Now roosters, depending on the area, they can tell you no on the rooster. But boy, they're kind of cornering me in today. Usually I don't have much problem. We got one over there, sitting over there laying an egg. We'll just go over and we'll take a look. Everything that this chicken coop's made out of, it didn't cost me anything to make. kind of, I keep getting poked in the leg by the little bantam. I'm wondering if she has an egg under there already. Yep, as you can see, there's one egg already. I'm going to snatch that out from her. These are super good eggs. When you have a fresh egg versus an egg that's been sitting for a little while, you can tell the difference. Now, one thing about the eggs that I do want to say, if you do raise fresh eggs, if you hard boil them in any way that you got to take off the shit, like hard boil them to pickle them, hard boil them, you know, for deviled eggs, fresh eggs are the absolute worst eggs to use, I think. Reason being, it's super hard to take the shell off. But I will say, eating an egg, like a fried egg in the morning or an omelet, if you do any kind of like a quiche with them, they are extremely fluffy. Really good eggs if they're fresh, compared to store-bought. And with that being said, I think that's pretty much it for this video. And we'll give you an update when the bulk of them hatch, the next batch. They're really funny to watch. I could sit here and watch them all the time. And I might actually go over to my friends and do a video of his to show them. Well, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys again on Tsquaretalk. Please make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button. It's really important. Me and my son are trying to grow the channel a little bit. So if you could, just takes a second. It's the red button right below. And we really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment. We love hearing what people think. You guys take care. Have a great one.